Okay. Yeah. Sup. Let me know if you can see my chart, like my screen. Good. Hi. Can you guys see my screen like properly? Let me know in the comments, perhaps. Yeah, give it a second. Let's gather up. Still other guys. Wait a second. How about now? I don't know. Yeah, I'm still quiet, guys. Am I still quiet? Um. 1 2 check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Fuck. Damn. Let me fix it. Okay. Let's see. Um. Where do we go? Um. Which one is a fucking microphone? It says here. Like that. Let's see. Is it any better, guys? Oh, it's better. Okay. Oh, okay. That's good. That's fair enough. Okay. So let's gather the building here. Let's build the gathering and let's roll it, right? Um, so the first part, I'd love to see. I'd love to see. Whoa, you go to the first point, right? Um, Pow. Give it a second. Shall we keep it like that? Oh, I think it's fair. Okay. But why would it show like that? Anyways, sound is good. Okay. Don't mess with it. Okay, I will know. I promise. Firstly, I wanted to bring some short, like a very short presentation that we got arranged by Cityfied, our qualified professional psychologist right now on board. She's a very great person. She's a part of team of Nest, and yeah, I must say we like it would be kind of like a secret reveal, okay? Because we've been working for some time on some amazing quality, package that would be very affordable, and that would be strictly connected with trading psychology, okay? Because like very often in most cases for everybody, it starts always with a head, right? It always starts with a head. And when people like tend to get like overly emotional regarding their trading, they tend to make many mistakes, okay? And this short presentation would be, of course, it would be like, delivered in a PDF form file for you. After these, that's good. After the short presentation, the short live stream, and after the presentation we move on to some live charting, scalping for one. Okay, this is the top volume peak, and we might be saying it might be getting some small reversal here. Okay, so that's to come in a couple minutes. um yeah, but it's still to confirm, right? I haven't checked it yet. It will be fresh. Okay, so let's start. Let's get it rolling. So for the trading psychology and some fundamental problems, and some fundamental problems, issues that most people, majority like are always bothered with by themselves pretty much, and how to make them useful regarding like knowing how to improve. This is surely presented in this presentation. Okay, so let's get it rolling. I mean, the very first point, okay, the very first point that we need to understand, and that I'm always like starting with my private students, okay, with the members of my private mentoring program, is always like getting to know each other pretty much. But what I always ask, my students, is to provide like some psychological background of their own, okay, which means pretty much that you would be asked, one person is asked to prepare like a not really like a confession, okay? I mean, maybe this may be like too hard word for that, but it kind of is like, it works like a confession, okay? Because the main goal for that is obviously like to get to know each other for me to be able to properly adjust like trading strategies and development like regarding the portfolio growth, and some trading techniques that tend to be better used for some different types of personalities. And this such psychological background basically needs to be wrapped up by the person themselves, um, to understand like their own position and situation right now in life. Okay, because there are some it's pretty obvious like everybody's always bearing some responsibilities. Everybody's is dealing with their jobs, with 9 to 5 perhaps problems with their families and stuff. I mean, we're all humans, we're all people about it. Okay, there is no exception in the word for that. And no matter how we try, I mean, there would always be like just like in is financial markets. Okay, every whole world moves in cycles, whole nature moves in cycles. Okay, it tends to bring like some global warming cycles. It tends to bring like some ice age, ice age, like not global warming, but the reverse part. Some ice ages, like nature as a whole moves in cycles. Okay, and it moves in cycles because every single particle, every single atom of us that we're all built of for the matter, um, every single part of us like vibrates. Okay, it constantly moves. There is no like a single even in the history, like it's impossible for the matter to remain like the same. Okay, every second like the energy flows, when the energy flows, it it wakes up some forces. uh, it wake like I'm using like some parallels. Okay, this is and some metaphors, just trying to picture that for you. Like I tend to and like to picture some things for your like for my engineering background as the leading background. So I tend to look and perceive things like more for the quantum matter, like getting the smallest details and how they work to understand like the bigger picture, right? And I believe this applies to trading as well. Okay, and understanding like your current lifetime and current like like life situation right now, it like totally influence, like 100% influence the way you trade. Okay, the way you move, the way you think, and it all brings some and passes on, like transfers some emotions from your head, from your being to your trading as an activity. Okay, so it's pretty much key. It's pretty much key to understand that every part of us moves in cycles. We all have like better and worse days at times. Um, there are sometimes like there is not a single person in the world that keeps like winning like 100%. Okay, even me, at times like I tend to get like when I'm overly like exhausted, and I tend to see and I want to get in a trade. It very often like ends up in a small losses, small, because I'm using like I'm using usually very tight stop losses. Okay, so that's my part about like bringing some safety regarding the trading when you're, especially when you're exhausted. Okay, so through understanding like personality and through understanding the fact that everybody gets their cycles, okay, because the again like we are all built from atoms from matter, which vibrates, which and vibrations basically are like these sinusoids, okay, sinusoidal movement. Uh, like you know what it is, right? It just moves. Why does it? Uh, why does it not show anything? Po po po. No, I cannot get it. Anyways, yeah, I wanted to show you like how it moves in cycles, right? Like sinusoidal, cosinusoidal. Um, so it all moves in cycles, okay, and financial cycles too. So we need to accept it. We need to understand and accept it that like we as people tend to make some repetitive mistakes, tend to do some repetitive actions, take some repetitive actions, and this is pretty much what makes the financial markets, okay, because like the basic like principle for technical analysis based on example like Dawes theory, okay, not necessarily like like behavioral finance, okay, because behavioral finance would be about like treating every single unit, every single entity, person, trader, like in totally different set of data, totally different set of events describing like the activities and the decision making for such a person, okay. It's yeah, it should be like that, obviously it should be like that, but there is no single way to actually find working model for every people, like for every single person in the world, because every single person in the world like tends to behave like differently. uh, but still there are some repetitive like actions taken by some people over some periods, okay, and this like like availability to and to understand and to see, to notice that we move in cycles, may let us know how to trade a cycle as well, okay. I think it's pretty important. Let me know, guys, I mean, if you still can hear me well. um I would just be I would just be looking from time to time how oh, give it a second. Oh, okay. Yeah, when I drink a lot of coffee, it just it's just uh, needs to get some water at times. Anyways, understanding your own personality is a key to that. Okay, because trading is all about emotions. Trading is all about psychological approach of ours. So we need to understand that and accept some facts, and actually make them useful. Knowing that you're bearing some customs. Okay, some ideas, some repetitive actions of yours, like hits and misses both. uh, it lets you understand your current situation, okay. So when you get to know each other, when you get to know each other, when you get to know your side, yourself, um, you need to understand what your weaknesses and strengths are, okay. And obviously, like to make money as well, and just basically like to succeed in life, one needs to like try to minimize as possible, um, as only possible, like their weaknesses and their influence of the weaknesses, because everybody got the weaknesses, okay. So the influence of weaknesses, like try to minimize their effect and the influence of our life on our life, okay, while at the same time trying to maximize the usability or utility, it's a better word, for our strengths, okay. And that's pretty much what drives our waves of trading, our ways of trading. Very often, like I talk to a lot of professors in my university, um, like because I graduated from Warsaw University of Technology. I mean, I got my master's of engineering degree in chemical technology. I don't know how many of you actually know that, but currently I'm finishing my second master's at Warsaw School of Economics. Okay, and I'm dealing with management and finances, and And that's you know, that's the place for me to skill like the understanding, proper understanding of financial markets, and including both, like, you know, behavioral aspects, and so, like cycles regarding some models. Okay, but every model trying to describe some type of people, some types of personalities, always brings some inaccuracies. Okay, so that's the part we need to understand. Whatever we are dealing with technical analysis, we need to understand that it's always like that. It's imprinted in the name, that it's inaccurate from its very nature. Okay, because we tend to like gather people in some models. Okay, we tend to gather people like and divide them, as you will see in a second, gauging by their like personality type perhaps, and you're all trying to make people into groups. Okay, because it's easier to describe phenomena based on bigger number of data, basically bigger amount of data, non-repetitive data and phenomena. So that's pretty much it. But we need to understand that everything we're dealing with trading, everything that deals with technical analysis brings always accuracies, not because it's simply like, you know, people are stupid and they don't know how to use it, right? Because like it's simply some tool that is having like their inborn inaccuracies. And what is why is the personality important? I pretty much covered that. Okay, I pretty much covered that because you can work on your personality. You can improve it. You can improve it. You can improve your trading systems for and trading strategies with that as well. Okay, I mean notice I'm using these words like you know, separately, because trading systems and trading strategies are completely like different things. Okay, these are different fields, and yeah, so don't confuse that. Don't confuse that. And so understanding like who you are regarding your customs, regarding your strengths and weaknesses, lets you easily convert that into actually earning money later. Okay, and there's not a single person in the world that would be able to, you know, win big life without knowing themselves. Okay, and most usually you get to know yourself through the hardest and, you know, harshest events in your life. Okay, that's pretty much confirmed when the, you know, life's getting pretty harsh at you. Okay, then there's no way you should ever give up. Okay, because like if you give up, you simply don't get the opportunity to know yourself. Ouch. To know yourself better, to improve it. Okay, well, people and the whole engineering itself that taught me that pretty much is about constant improvement, constant like prototyping, constant testing of your, like, you know, behaviors of your models. I know I'm generalizing a lot, but you know, it's easier to describe what I have in my mind. Um, but pretty much it's always about constant improvement. Okay, people are kind of like created to bring some improvements to their lives. Okay, you're starting like a, you know, blank card pretty much, and it's up to you what you do with that. But uh, like making the same mistake, like making mistake is human. Okay, you can make mistake once. You can make the same mistake at twice, like at times twice. But not being able pretty much to reconsider what you know, what's been going on, and draw some like consequences, that's a big failure. Okay, so whenever, you know, everybody does them, like makes their mistakes, but the key is obviously to not to make it, put a full stop there, but just make and think about it. Okay, where you get your mistakes from, and how you are to solve it properly. Okay, um, exactly, and it helps improve your quality of life as well. Okay, that's pretty much. Some people are just having good time, right? Um, yeah, this is what pretty much understands and drives the ability to trade properly. Okay, and having, like, you know, different types of personalities, of course you'll be able to see this all in details, because I uploaded on the Nest Club. But you know, there are a few types of profiles and models. Okay, describing, again, there is not a single person in the word that the model would be perfect, like 100% matching their personality type. Okay, because it's all gathered up, so it can go like 99% of accuracy, but it would always still be, you know, some it would always leave some independence for you, like in this meaning. Okay, And here we go, like the profile type first, it brings like some regret disposition, okay? Like that is the bigger sensitivity to to regret experience, okay? That people like just it's a regret aversion, like people subconsciously fear to regret, okay? It's like a feeling of lost chances, so pretty much like that. um, so to actually avoid it, they try to and to seek some stability, okay, some safe solutions, some safe situations that are pretty much able to give some easier solutions to you. um, and for the behavior, it's for the behavior, you like to be, you want to be relaxed pretty much, okay? That's why you would use like some stability over the risk take, okay? So this is more like withdrawal type for the personally that want to take, that want to take it like safer, okay? And that's the first part. And the lower frequency trading, which is the trading strategy pretty much here, is about trading the major swings, either like high time frame. If it applies to lower trading frequency, it means like lower time frame, lower frequency trading strategies. It's pretty much about swing trading and investing. Investing is like position trading. Okay, so it's pretty much back holding, but back holding in a positive way, because you get at minimal risk regarding the market structure that is pretty much right now on altcoins, okay, on majority of altcoins. But again, I mean these are like depths of of potentially starting like bull market, okay, because the 100% like confirmation for the bull market would be about like establishing higher low, okay. This is like what we need to find to be able to fully and safely call it like a full 100% reversal in my opinion. Um, so for feeling like some bigger risk, okay, for feeling some bigger risk, some people just more are like more kind of, let's call it adventurous, maybe perhaps, like they like this adrenaline, that just pumps into their veins, and that's what drives pretty much scalpers and day traders, okay? Because like day trading means basically you wake up, you set a trade, you spot a good trade opportunity, you set a trade, and you pretty much realize the profit at the end of the day, okay? That's what some people do. And scalping is what we've been doing recently for like in the nest. It's about making some high frequency during intraday trades, okay? So you escape, you trade like 5 minute chart, as you can see, as you would see, as you would see like in a couple minutes here, and use some low time frames to to compensate for their adrenaline seeking, pretty much. That's subconscious, okay? But this is like type of personality too. So here we're having like low risk aversion, and rather risk seeking, okay? So that's pretty much big openness for risk. And there are some individuals for the profile free of the personality types that are pretty much impatient, as it says here. They get like this strong sense of urgency, because again of majority will always be driven by FOMO. And FOMO is important because not it's called like FOMO, okay, but because it's the first letter like goes and stands for fear, okay. And the strongest in the world feeling is a fear for people, and people fear of like of losing, people fear of lost chances, okay. And that's what pretty much drives people, and that's what pretty much drives financial markets too, okay. So that's about it. And we need to we need to pretty much decide which type of personality we are. It's some simplified model, okay, to let you know how it works. But we can get on that with the certified our psychologist like in some time openly. Lack impatience, again driven by the fear of missing out, which is FOMO, okay. And it's always about Corrected, corrected. Yeah, I wasn't the one to write it, okay, but I like it. It's not classical. Um, Instead of wrecked, whatever. It's just like lacking patience, like always stems from the fear, okay. And to understand your fear, you need to realize what is the reason, what the reason is for the fear, okay. um yeah, some key some key tips, obviously some key tips for how to trade, like some general remarks, are always about like the first main, like the major derivative on crypto market is obviously Bitcoin, okay. So this is like the main, like maybe not for stocks, like for stocks, for like regular markets, like some bonds, like stocks, like shares, like indexes, equities, okay, like some commodities, like metals and stuff. It would be pretty much like general, indexes, wrapping up like overall economics, like condition of the country, okay. So for US, for example, it would be like S&P 500, okay, or Dow Jones Industrial Average. And this is like the main, like reference point for the rest of the market. And similarly, for big crypto, it's for Bitcoin, okay. So this is the something that defines the market movements and waves. um if Bitcoin is of high dominance, it pretty much means that altcoins are slowly like withdrawn, okay. Let altcoins, like just gather back for, like wanted to step down and wait out until Bitcoin dominance like cools off. And that's where pretty much they tend to pop, okay, like pop up. And that's the way pretty much, it is always about like some Bitcoin dominance. That's why, while deciding, whether to go into altcoins positions, it's about checking the Bitcoin, firstly the Bitcoin chart, price chart, and the Bitcoin dominance as well, okay. As you can see, dominance is like, share pretty much of Bitcoin amongst all the crypto, like overall total market cap, okay. So if Bitcoin dominance is like what, 50, let's see that actually. Where is it? Here it is. It's like 58% right now, is it? Yeah, it's like 50, 58, like 62, okay, which means that 58 of overall, total market capitalization for crypto, it goes with Bitcoin, right? um remember, we are always like, doomed, pretty much. We are always doomed, to lose. We're always doomed to provide liquidity, unless you're a whale, okay. If you're a whale, you are the one to take the liquidity, okay. While if you're like a retail trader, not necessarily like, a fund, like a hedge fund, trading Bitcoin or some other securities, but you are, some person with a either smaller portfolio or just bigger portfolio, but not necessarily like, putting like millions of dollars into a single trade, okay. Then it's still, you are like doomed to lose, and your task is to fight it, okay. And when you fight your slightly like predestination to lose and to provide liquidity to the market, then you actually start winning, okay. So volatility brings higher Bitcoin dominance, and it decreases the altcoin, like it makes altcoin simply, like outflow the money from the altcoin market, at least temporarily, okay. So the aggression is what we are not seeking for Bitcoin. Now I'm just double checking if you can still hear me. um, that's cool, fajnie, Marcin, że to lubisz. Let's go. Yeah, let's go quickly and get it fast and switch to trading. To Livecharting. Tips on being patient. That's what I said. Like, being patient is learned through steps, pretty much, and it requires your own strategy for being patient as well. Because if you know for your for your nature that you are an impatient person, then you need to fight it. Okay, I know for my nature I'm a fucking impatient person. I mean, I'll tell you that. My girl very often like laughs at me because, whenever I, for example, like, I don't know, like try to plug my charger phone, I don't know, like plug my charger to the phone, and I don't know, miss it like three times to to put it in the actual like hole in it of hole, that I got like fuck like 10 times, getting pretty angry that it doesn't work this much. But yeah, so like some tiny impatience that you get on a daily basis. But again, you need to accept and pretty much understand it. You can improve it. Okay, you can improve it, but there are some features, like some characteristics of yours that you cannot simply eliminate. You can smoothen them. Okay, you can make them smoother, but you can never like eliminate them. Um, and the patience will be rewarded. That's true, okay? Because again, if you're a position trader, you load your bag, for example, at the market depths, and just wait for fucking 5 months, okay, and unload the bag when it pumps. So that's the patience. That's the patience, and patience is about not chasing every single pump, okay? Because there's like, oh my gosh, I mean, I've missed like 1,000 pumps, okay? I've missed like 1,000 pumps that I predicted myself, like the other day, okay? I remember my one of my biggest misses was, what was that, like triggers. There was such an asset, such an altcoin, like back in September 17, okay, that I can remember. I called like perfect like a bottom for that, and just like mooned like for it was mooning like for next 2 weeks, okay, and I got stopped on because of 2 day stop losses in some consolidation at the bottom. But it was some time ago that crypto was still in the shaping process, okay. Nobody had ever like imagined that we would go straight up to 20K in some time for Bitcoin, okay. So that's pretty much it. But the patience will be rewarded always, okay. um Nothing will happen overnight. I will just let my trade run out, without stop losses, okay. And this is 100% lost example. This is 100% lost case. Like anytime I used to think about it, like the other day when I was pretty new still to trading crypto. um there was some like a voice in your head kept telling you that, okay, what the fuck, like what can happen, what can go wrong, right? And boom, it goes wrong every time you say that. Every time you just think of that, it just goes wrong, okay. You need to remember about it. um oh po 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 so yeah, what's that? I just made 80%. I'm good at this, right? This coins look like it's next. I just know it. I know it for a fact. 100% it would pump like this one. I mean, it never works. Okay, it never works. That's why it's important not to give out your profits to the market. Okay, because not taking profit, either through take profit simply, sell all this, or through trading stops, is what made people, like 99% of people, pretty much held, like they held more majority of the backs of their positions for the whole bear market, okay. And nobody likes losing 90% of their income or overall capital. We hate it. So just print it on your wall, hang it on your wall in a frame, and remember about it. Whenever you see that, just it means either you don't take this trade, or you set stop losses, or you set take profit points. Okay, that's about it. Everybody is driven by emotions. We need to accept it again, and manage that. Okay, emotions can be managed. You like when I get like when I charge like my charger in my phone, for like at the first third fourth time. Okay, I get it because I'm saying, like, keep saying to my head, like in my head, that okay, take it easy. Take it easy. If I know I'm being impatient, that's something for you to fight. Okay, and you can influence your emotions pretty much. You can learn how to cope with them. Okay, and that's pretty much about it. Using stop losses, as I said, is key. That's what I will always like shill like for my life in our community. I mean, stop losses, not holding stop losses is what kills traders simply. Okay, you better like miss the some 50% or even 100% pump, okay, then lose your money. I'll tell you that, because even if it pumps, like there is still like thousands of other projects just waiting for the volume, just waiting for the interest, just waiting for the pump to come, and it would pump if it is good and confirmed fundamentally. It's having like some fundamental reasons for it to pump and to bring some quality as a project, as a company. Then it just then it's again about patience. Emotional acceptance, that's what I said. Like understanding how, asking yourself like 5 times how, why. Okay, why do I do that? What drives me to that? Like how do I do that? Okay, you just get like the fuller picture of yours. Like you're just mapping out pretty much your emotions. You can do like such an experiment for you when you get it 3 minute. Just think of, like, try to feel the experience of your emotions while you're trading, and write them all down on your paper. Okay, and for all the emotions that you can pretty much put in the paper, then you can just make it a map for the reasons. Why do I do that? How it happens? Okay, and this is like such a map of emotions. Lets you actually find the reason for your losses as well. Um, so that's pretty much about it. That's pretty much about it. And cognitive reappraisal, and influencing your thoughts through influencing your emotions through steering yourself pretty much. Um, mm, what's most important here? What's most important here is, as it says here. Let's take this example. Imagine that a coin that hit your stop loss just pumped 20%. Okay, instead of thinking that you need to follow the masses with the FOMO and jump the trade, think of the risk reward ratio, bring in some rationality, bring in some rational reasons to actually take a trade. Like just see the 5 second longer period and just think, why do I actually do that? Okay, what makes me jump on this train? Now, is it worth it? Okay, is it fucking worth it? Because this is the main question. Okay, because you can simply load up your Bitcoin bags. Let's say, what's that? Now, right? You can do that, but the question is, when there is a weekly bearish potentially reversal cross to happen with some badass big weekly doji actually ranging down below below some key levels of supports, then if it puts this weekly bearish cross here, but it may not put it as well. Okay, so that's pretty much like realizing the context. Realizing the context for your trading is about is what puts some rational approach to your trading as well. Okay, so if the opportunity is good, and the risk to reward ratio is good, and you just take the trade. If it is about longing here, then I'm out personally. Okay, now I'm just sitting on the sidelines here with Bitcoin personally. Um, pow. Let's see what's good. Last part is about just wanted to remind you guys that you can still use your 50% like discounts. Okay, and there is this affiliation program that's not been announced yet officially, but it will be. Because we're working on that through our website, when everybody would gather some referential links and stuff that they would be able to share with their friends, and there are some discounted points. Okay, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, until the weekly close, which gives still a few hours to go, you can pretty much use your 50% discounts. Okay, that's about it. The difference between console, because like we got like 10,000 DMs of that, is it includes pretty much one channel when you got only calls. Okay, that's pretty much about it. And then the call system is pretty much that 3 to 5 calls a day, including some margin trades as well. We are just waiting a bit for the Binance to launch their for the Binance to launch and see how it influences, for example, BitMEX. Okay, because some part of the capital will definitely flow out of BitMEX and flow into Binance. So we want to see how it goes first with after it's launched. Well, the Nest Club gives pretty much this round of channels. What's that? I think it's like more than 20 of them. Okay, that you can see calls included as well. You can do some margin trading. That would be launched right after the trial period ending. Some fundamental exclusive picks, some master nodes, mining experts, guys. I mean, we're having like a 16 team, 16 people team, okay, of pros. I mean, I spent like half a year to build this team. I got like thousands really applications from people, but it's still like a tiny bunch of people that just made it up to this point. Some Bitcoin, and altcoin like daily reports every second day. Practically, I'm just doing like a full recap, full review, full report for Bitcoin and the altcoin market, condition. Trading techniques and strategies. Okay, Heikinashi, that's some pro. That's some pro. I mean, uh, I call like this guy is called Max. Okay, you will not pretty much how you will not pretty much know how to spell his Discord handle. That's what I say whenever you go to Heikinashi type of charts. I mean, it's amazing to learn from that. Ichimoku, obviously, moving averages, price action using support resistances, horizontals, diagonals to candles and patterns, portfolio management, risk management, trading psychology, hosted by Certified. Okay, I mean, we are the only group, the only community, exclusive community having certified qualified psychologists on board. Okay, nobody gets that. So use it as much as you like, guys. And for private mentoring part, this is like the most exclusive like program subscription plan, of course, because it includes every single package that you would ever get on our board, on our Discord. And when you feel like you're in need to be guided like by hand, to be like guided, to start with, to prepare, to change some customs, to fight some weaknesses of yours, and you feel like okay, this bird might get me some help. Okay, so that's why I am for you guys to provide some private mentoring of mine. Okay, so we get live charting all the time, like some calls, like teaching actually, technical analysis and fundamental analysis, and building like overall understanding of financial markets and how trading works. Okay, because understanding technical analysis and trading is like, those are like two separate fields. So that's pretty much about it. And just to before we put it a full stop and go to trading, we are, guys, it would be a secret revealed in Alva, okay, because we're launching pretty much new packages. That would be a whale package, that would be a forex package, that would be boom surprise crypto therapy, guys. I mean, nobody knows about it yet, but Certified would be providing regular one-on-one or group live sessions for teaching, for actually leading, for trading psychology. I mean, we are the single entity providing such services on the stock, guys, right? I decided to launch as well some social media, guru or pro. It's not 100% confirmed for the name itself, but I would teach people how to run their Twitters to actually become emojis one day. I mean, you cannot believe how many DMs I actually get about it, right? And there are some people just that come to cloud some to gather some cloud, and learn actually building their social media like portfolio, their social media accounts, because like my whole team confirms that it's not easy. Okay, it's not easy to build a community. It's not easy to manage a community. It's not easy to run it. Like, guys, see that? I mean, I'm spending like at times multiple hours just answering to some DMs. Okay, it's like 100% time consuming here, and managing that actually, some delegating stuff. I mean, management for that is like extremely hard part. And that's why you need to, guys, please remain patient about getting your replies. I mean, I wish I could do that at the same time simultaneously. Thanks. but I'm still, I'm still like a single person, single entity. So it all takes my time. But I still love it. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I mean, just to add that such projects reveal like crypto therapy or social media pros, gurus, and potentially nest pool. Okay, where we would get like pull up some money from the willing people to participate in some IEOs, ICOs, and stuff that doing that single you cannot really manage that because there are some many projects got their like lower bottom lower limitation regarding like minimum of capital gathered to enter like such an ICO, IEO, whatever. And so with our help you would be able when we finally successfully launch it, you would be able to take participate in such IEOs like for the fetch AI for seller for one and for harmony and stuff. So that's yet to be announced. That's yet to be finished. Social media guru and crypto therapy and some other packages too. These would be called like a modulars. Okay, this would cost this would be very affordable, probably around $10. 10 or depending on the package actually up to 20 perhaps, that you could simply add to your leading calls only Nest Club or private mentoring package. Okay, it's not live yet, but it will be soon. So just remember about it. I mean, I think it would be some game changing experience too. Okay, let me grab some water and let's move to the final closing here. Don't ever make the same mistake of believing the market success has to come to you fast. It never does, actually. Okay, trade small, stay in the game, persist, and eventually you'll reach satisfying level of proficiency. Uh, that's a nice quote. That's a nice quote to remember about it. And the persistence, guys, persistence and patience is what makes people successful. That's the point. That's the point here. Um, okay, give me a break a second, and I'll be back to chart some stuff for you. Yo, I'm back. Let me know if you still can hear me. Could you do a screenshot of your trading view appearance and candle settings? Not sure if I follow, to be honest. Over trading view appearance and candle settings. Oh, candle settings are default. Okay. No, it's not. It's not over. Candle settings are built-in pretty much. And trading view appearance, like I don't know if you mean the template or yeah. Uh, if you mean that, I mean I'm using like stochastic oscillator on the default settings here, and just price action. That's it. That's it. Okay. Yeah. Sorry guys. I mean I will not be able to cover every peak Sally. Okay. You need to excuse it, please. Let's bring technical guys here. Okay. Let's see what we got. Let's put it what? Let's understand like a general context firstly, where we are regarding here the situation. Let's obviously the price history is very limited, so we need to move it. Naturally, we would be starting with weekly, daily, and stuff, and moving towards lower time frames, but realizing the general context with low, short price history is about starting with lower time frames to see any cycles here. Okay. So to me it looks like a local reversal at least. Okay. Because what? It got a bullish cross here. Okay, got a bullish cross here. A bullish momentum cross. When I call it bullish momentum cross, I mean indeed stochastic cross, because stochastic reflects momentum changes. That's about it. What we can see here, guys, I mean, now secondly, after realizing like where we are regarding the oscillator, when we are in oversold zone, like in the middle zone or overbought zone, that's what pretty much drives like the general context as well. Okay, we should be only entering long positions properly, technically, and successfully only when it's below overbought zone. Okay, basically like there are a few schools of trading like the momentum. Some people would trade only overbought and oversold, like oversold and overbought obviously, and would not trade it when it's still within the zone from 22 to 80. Okay, so whenever it crosses here, I mean some people would take it that they're taking no trades until it gets here to put like a cross, to put like a bearish cross and give like a sell signal. Okay, like a short signal. Yeah, so the second part is about realizing some key levels for that. Okay, some key levels, which means some pretty much key support resistances regarding diagonal and horizontal both. So what we could see some some series of what? Some series of correction candles, because we got what? We got a high here, like a top. Okay, high is high. We go like a low after the correction. We prove to get lower high here as well, right? So naturally, the ABC correction for either for Elliott waves, like Elliott waves provides like theory that every correction takes 3 waves. Okay, so A, B, C. So we would take it here to the lower low to establish where is it? To establish like a 3-wave correction, but here we go. 1, po, and po. Okay, so we got like a ABC correction here, but it kept making lower highs and lower lows, right? So what's that? Lower high and lower low. Okay, we got a lower high and a lower low, and so we got, instead of a short correction, we got like a short downtrend. Okay, because for the Elliott wave like principle, corrections take 3 waves to happen, while trends or stronger than corrections take longer time to develop, and thus take what? They take 5 waves. Sorry, 5 waves to correct. Yes, and what we can see, so we got instead of correction, it got like a low time frame downtrend. Okay, so it would be pretty much sell-off. It would be pretty much sell-off, realizing that profits, because 300 satoshis from, I can remember it was what, like times 6 from, like, based on the ICO price. I cannot remember clearly, but if I'm mistaken, sorry. Stochastic is built in, it's default. What's that? Yes. Sign up. I have to send. Make sure to go to how to join section and DM Carlos or One Shoes to help and a heart. Yeah, guys, I care only about good vibes, okay? There are no bad vibes in our club, I'll tell you that. Damn, it is looking juicy, tell you that. It's telling me pretty much that it wants to reverse here, okay? So let's keep making horizontals here as well. Regarding the potential C, here we got like a bearish flag. Bearish pennant. Here we got like a bearish pennant. Bearish pennant is about, it's like a pennant opposite to bullish, that it's about realizing the short profits that brings like a short consolidation. Okay, on 50 minutes, on 5 minutes would be better visible. So we got like a short consolidation because of profit taking from shorts, or for like it cannot be traded margin yet, so you cannot necessarily like play the short for that. Okay, but it's like a gap in the buying. Okay, so just people sold, and there's like a short consolidation, like in a fluctuations inside this triangle or this pennant that got pretty much broken here, to be followed by if it's breakdown, then it's continue its downtrend, because bearish pennant that happens after the bearish trends, like a downtrend, keeps like saves the previous trend pretty much. There is a bearish sign. Okay, and the size of that, let's check if it matches. The size of the bearish pennant is usually no, it's on the hourly. Let's put it on the 15-minute though. It's pretty much the pole. Okay, it's pretty much the pole, and because pennants would always, there would be some waves going. Okay, and you got like some local consolidation. Okay, oh fuck it, let's just launch a paint, most professional tool for painting, right? When you get like a chart like of an uptrend. Okay, we're establishing the uptrend, and then the uptrend is established through making higher highs. Okay, so let's maybe put it like a more adjusted, perhaps, whatever the word it is. It just made high, it just made low, it just made higher high, it just made some higher low. Okay, it just made some higher high and some higher low. This is what defines like the uptrend. Okay, when it price keeps making higher highs, it breaks the resistances. This is what defines like the uptrend. For per opposition, when it got like breaking through local supports and making lower lows and lower highs on side, but primarily lower lows and breaking support, that's about the downtrend. Okay, but when you get like a higher highs and on side next to that you get higher lows as well, it's about the uptrend confirmed. So every see that. You just imagine buying here, whatever it is, okay? You just buy here. You just grab some, grab some longs here, either margin position or I don't know, one, whatever it would be, okay? And you write it, I don't know. You just decide for your trade that you want to do like times 2x, okay, and that. So let's say 2x, where is it? 2x is somewhere around here, okay? And let's say what? Like if it gets round numbers, I can assure you would not be the only person to come up with this idea, okay? So it would be pretty much about some round psychological resistances, like let's say 300, okay? 300 strategies, for example, for the one or whatever, like round numbers like 300, 200, 100 are always about some psychological resistances, okay? So whenever you got like a sell order, instead of putting it at 300, let's put it into what, 298 to make sure that you get filled with your sell order, okay, to realize the profit. Let me know, guys, if you can still hear me, okay? Pow. Can you guys still hear me? Let me know. Pow. Hopefully, guys, you can still hear me. Now, we may be needing to divide this live stream for the live charting in two pieces, okay, to make it more efficient. For now, let's see some basic rules, and I come back probably within an hour to see how it goes and decide like a next steps for that, okay? So for now, we define the steps. We just give it a few moments to realize or to deny, and we come back to that and continue the scalping part. Yes, so coming back, whenever you get like a sell order here, it will naturally become like a resistance, and people tend to say, like, repeat the same decision making paths, okay? So I can assure you will not be the only person on this talk, figuring out that it wouldn't be safer to set your sell to set 298 instead of 300, okay? So you get like a zone, like a supply zone, okay, that provides like a supply with a sell orders, okay? So what it does actually, it just moves sideways for a short term, okay? It just moves sideways for a short time, and this type of consolidation, when you get like a resistance, diagonal resistance by the trend line, and diagonal support by the uptrend line, you got like this situation, okay, that it gets you like tighter consolidation to continue after, okay, because the pennants are always about some continuation, and you got the pole and the pennant itself, okay? The pole is something that is pretty much the size of of the range attached to the pennant itself. So this, what the fuck was that? This part does not pretty much apply to that, okay? I mean, it may shoot up at as the height of that, but this is not the trade I would take, okay? I would take the safer trade, because the directly attached to the pennant zone, it's like this one, okay? So and pretty much the mathematics are pretty simple here, because it will naturally after the consolidation, after the breakout, if it gets the breakout here, it moves in the same direction that a previous trend, with the same range from being equal of the height of the pole, okay? So we can expect, if it's minor h, we can get like the minor h above it, okay? So that's the trade I would take, not the major h, not the capital letter. So that's pretty much how we play the pennants. And when you get the consolidation part and it breaks out, when you get it, and it breaks out, it just oh fuck, No, these are some touch points obviously right here. Any breakout, okay, any breakout, and when you break out, there is always above the breakout, there is always about about, you know, when this is the high, you know, this is the high you've just made. This will naturally be your resistance temporary, okay? So whenever it breaks out here to that, it will be burying some sell orders walls, okay? Some supply. And when you get the supply, it's always about price decreasing. When you get the demand, okay, because some people just want to FOMO in and just want the same piece of asset with you know, with stronger pressure than the price, then they are ready to pay more for that, okay, and the demand increases the price while the supply decreases that. So imagine that it's just like a pile of supply, you know, zones, okay, for the high. So it naturally gets filled locally with the supply, like the demand meets supply, and it brings like a short consolidation for the retest of the pennant, okay? So it gets like a short, you know, bounce downward, and it retests that, and to continue later, okay? So it's always about retest, and playing the pennant would always be about buying breakout or buying retest, okay? And that's pretty much about it. I like personally take it safer. I like to play the retests of the pennant, okay? So that's pretty much about it. Still, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so let's get some quick overview for the pennant, and the same with the opposite direction, guys, okay? That's what I brought the pennant here, because of the bearish pennant that happened to be like, and again, for the bullish pennant, it's about realizing profits, which means taking profits, which is bringing in sell orders to your portfolio, okay? And you get like a book order, book your profit with take profit order or sell order. It brings like a short consolidation, and the same in the other direction, in the other direction, but here with this difference, that it brings like a consolidation because of realizing, so like kind of shorts, okay, because you cannot pretty simply play short here for the futures, but you can play longs, and then, you know, and you can buy lower, right? So naturally the zone of the potential price for the correction would be met somewhere around here. So okay, it brings some different perspective because the range perfectly matches this part, this swing zone, okay, the swing point, upswing point. So we can expect that here it would be about putting like some serious number of long orders, okay, naturally, because you're not the only person who thinks that, okay? So there are some numbers, big numbers of people repeating the same part. So this is what provides the liquidity here, and it provides the liquidity for shorts, which is building the demand here around this level. And the demand would never be about like a single spot in the price. It would always be about some range in the price, okay? Range, building the demand, and it's pretty much the range because for the same reasons I mentioned already, okay? People would take it if you play. Imagine if you played shorts, okay? You want to short, put your short order the highest possible to ride the lowest possible, okay? To realize the profit, and when you realize the profit, pretty much, when you realize the profit, you rather take it step higher than the support, okay? Because on the support you're like accumulate 100% with your like this is the most demanded zone pretty much. When it's most demanded, it means the price may never get there, okay? So so yeah, that's about it. So we get the zone, like on the upside, on the other side, like from what, to 215 to 2017 perhaps, or 2020 perhaps even, it would be about you know, buy orders, long orders, while here below that will be about stop losses, okay? But it's still about, you know, some buys are here below to catch potentially stops had it, okay? Because it may be about some engineered trade that you dump a bigger bag, like for some market makers, for some whales that got like the heavy bags of their assets, that want to just dump a bigger position just to eat walls for the longs, just to let's say you got like $1 million, I don't know, buy wall, not at 215 but at 213. Okay, so you want to get lower that to fill your orders. Okay, that's where when you engineer some trades and make people kind of like realize the profits at the bottom, sell the bottom pretty much, and that's the part where you enter at the decent price. Okay, so again, if entering whatever, it would be about setting stop loss. It would be about setting stop loss right below that, but right below that means not at the price level, but slightly below. What's that? What's the level here? It's 215. Okay, so SL would be suggestedly at what? 214. Like even numbers are always about some support bigger than the odd numbers. Okay, so we better put our stop loss at even number. At odd numbers. So let's put it 215. 213. Okay, so let's put it 213. And what? Until it makes a higher low for the first time, we cannot really speak about any reversal. Okay, it made some bullish cross on what, showing some potential to reverse, but it's not like reversed on lower time frames yet. Okay, but here we got like a nice candle formation, which is called pretty much harami. And harami is very strong reversal pattern itself. Okay, and every pattern works until it's invalidated pretty much. Okay, and Bitcoin is the main invalidator on the market. So whenever Bitcoin dumps it, you can get like the cleanest technical perspective for that, but it just would go to shit. Anyways, now so we got like a local reversal for harami. Okay, and harami means pretty much that you get like a big candle for the bullish harami. You got like a big sell-off candle, and you got like a bullish candle that is included into the body of the previous candle. Okay, so here you get like a spinning top. Every small candle like that, it would be like a type of spinning top with this difference that you get at doji here. Doji is when the price opens and closes at the same price. When the candle opens and closes at the same time. Price. So yeah, that's about it. You can still expect if it gets lower close than what, 228, or like full confirmation where it gets like a local low. Okay, it just makes lower low and continues the downtrend pretty much about it, right? So when you're entering any trade here, your stop loss would be right below this low. Okay, because if it makes a new low, it just goes straight up pretty much to the local supply, because to the local demand. What's that? 227, let's say, or 220. 26 is an even number. Yeah, you would get stopped probably. Anyways, let's put it 5 and zeros. Like if you get like a 5, you got like a support too, because people like 5s, people like 10s, and and multiply versions, which gives rundown numbers pretty much. So here I would personally set my stop as tight as 227. What the hell is that? Why does it show it? Ouch. I'm just glued. I would get like a stop loss below, okay? Because if it's broken, if it makes a new low, which has what? No, it hasn't made yet. Sorry, it was 2. So let's put the 4. When it gets a new low, it pretty much finds the demand right there. Okay, 2 probably give like a decent bounce, because if you get like a demand strong enough, a decent buy of number of buy orders, then no matter how bears would try to sell it, I mean, you would still be about bullish people here that would just demand their asset, like for whatever it cost it takes, because it's decent opportunity, okay, which means they are ready to pay more. So as long basically as long as we get like a full confirmation and bullish cross, and for the first time making a higher low and followed by a higher high, and you get like a bullish momentum cross on the bigger time frame, this may bring and define like a local reversal. Okay, so we want to and see. I would personally not long it probably here. Okay, until it makes at least like a higher low. It's sitting on the support here. Okay, the pen on like range sits perfectly on the previous support, so it's like a technical confluence of the same target from different like charting techniques and perspectives, like pennants and structures and supports and resistance price action. So when you cannot really like forget about it. So I would be a buyer. I would be a buyer for that. If it holds this part, if it doesn't hold, I just put stop loss right below to not give a fuck about it and just lose it, and tiny part of your portfolio, or to big it and of your trade to win it bigger when it goes there. And I would personally like to see like some up. Every strong demand zone would always be about profit. Okay, would always be about like some consolidation and some bounce. Okay, because if you drop here and you got like a crowd of people wanting to go higher, okay, and ready to pay more for that, you just the sellers just got no strength to push it any lower because of the number. Okay, you cannot really swim up to the river. Okay, you can only swim as long as the stream lets you swim, simply, right? That's what I mean. You can only trade the trend, as a matter of fact. Okay, and the trend is your friend in this case. So that's pretty much about it. So I would like to take any trade. I would like to see either higher high, higher low and a higher high. Okay, here it got what? Here it got like a equal low. Okay, equal low is decent, but not enough for me. Okay, I'd like to see higher low to take any trade here. And as long as it doesn't make it, I'm just waiting on the sideline. Hopefully you guys can hear me, so that I'm not talking to myself. Yeah, I'll be leaving in a second, guys, just to make for a short break, and be back after some an hour or what, just to see how it develops for you. And I will resume my live charting here. So we want to see to take a trend, to take a trade. We want to see higher low plus 1 hour bullish momentum cross plus 15 minutes bullish momentum cross plus possibly best 5 minutes in below over bot zone, which gives anything from 0 to 70, perhaps safer for on stochastic oscillator. Okay, that's pretty much about it. Oh damn, let's just put it around. Boom, 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 on boom. Okay, you get it here. So that's high low. That's the first point I would be looking for. Okay, so I want to have like a confirmation of a short-term reversal to make a long trade simply. Okay, as long as it holds this, it needs to make a higher low. Okay, if it makes a higher low, you just enter the position. Higher low, and higher low is always about that. When you make a When you make a higher high, which means you go at least here, damn, you go at least you know, higher than this local high. Okay, so this is the first bullish, like, you know, signal early. It's not proving the trade yet. You need to get like a higher low, sorry, higher high. No, damn, you need to get like a higher high. And when you get like a higher high, you need to establish lower, higher low as well. Okay, to confirm that it potentially might be about the reversal. So we want to, if it finds the bounce here, we want to make it a higher high to make it a higher low later. Okay, so not this part, but just above it, even slightly, but above it, and keeps making like, and he would be on the retest. It would be nice idea to trade it with a tight stop loss right below the local low. Okay, because if it gets lower low, it validates the trade here, and we could expect some bigger movements like this from the supplies to the demands. Okay, when this supply gets broken, it becomes naturally like the demand. Okay, people would gather, build some long orders here, and it would keep rising like that. Okay, it would keep moving the waves. Like after 5 waves, A, B, C, D, E, you would get like a 3-wave correction based on Elliott. Okay, and what you would get like a local correction 3-wave, because you would get like a high, lower low, lower high, and lower low. But it would still get, you know, it would still get like a higher low regarding overall this main trend. Okay, because when there is a main trend, there would be correction being part of the trend, but still like being printed in the trend. Okay, and that we would get, you know, pretty much further right. So personally, I'm not taking the trend until it makes a higher high. I'm not taking the trade until it makes higher high and makes higher low. And this higher low, if it gets here, I would be about to grab it here. Okay, you're getting like a slightly less decent entry, but what, like 2 fucking satoshis, guys? Let's not be this greedy. If it's dropped, what, like 50% already, then who the fuck cares about like 1 satoshi, guys? Let's not be greedy. Let's not be greedy. What, from the top to the local bottom, it's 30%. It's decent. Okay, it's decent, but we still need to wait for the confirmation for the price action. Okay, and momentum. So bullish crosses on hourly, on 15 and on 5 per, like, best the idea would be if they all get cross in oversold zone, which is from 0 to 20, and you could see like a higher high and a higher low series. Okay, then you get pretty much like a confirmation and building stronger demand base here, not to be broken by bursts and so all of this, and trend reverses. Okay, that's pretty much the game to watch for the next hour. But if it gets broken, if 2, 5 broken, we go to the lower demand. Okay, here is below below the support and this support, there's like a very low liquidity, liquidity, because most of the market would place the buy orders here, not just in the fucking random place like that, right? So that's where it goes. Like usually between key horizontals, it gets like a short, you know, like a shoot, like a one shot, right? Not necessarily like bothering with going sideways. If it gets broken, we land at 200 again, 213 to 215 perhaps, or 16 even. Okay, we get the zone, we land in the zone. It gets to 217 even. So yeah, that's pretty much about it, and that's what I would. If this one is broken, you can just either enter with the tight stop and go, you know, and just move, you know, wait, risk a trade, risking losing money instead of getting confirmation and you know, and being certain about your trade more at more level. You get pretty much you get pretty much, here is like a bigger risk and here is a lower risk, okay? But bigger risk as well if it makes high and a higher low, which it surely will if it reverses, okay? So we need to wait for the confluence to make safest trade, because nobody wants to lose money. We wait for the momentum confirmation, we wait for higher low, higher high, and we set stop loss right below the low. Okay, because if it makes the lower low, it simply invalidates the trade. So that's about it. Let's put a screenshot. Let's put it here, and let's put like a pause on that. I'll be back, guys, in probably around an hour to continue. I hope it's okay with you. Yes, I don't know if it lets you pause it, but I would probably end it up and finish after I'm back. So much loves. Cheers, and yeah, I'll be back.